Hi, this is Terry Ensberg. My quote for today is, "From now on, I'll connect the dots my own way." Bill Watterson said that. Since we've been in this time of pandemic and political turmoil, we've each had the task of trying to sort our way through it, understand it, figure out what to do about it. And I found that to be almost overwhelming. It's very hard to sort through all this. It's been difficult for me to adapt to change this quickly. There has been fantastically great change in the last few years. And it's almost like I cannot psychologically digest it fast enough. But I'm trying. So here are a few of my thoughts on this subject. A few things that I think are good ideas, and then a thought I have about the transfer of power. I read an article, so here's number one. I read an article, and that's where I got this idea, that when it comes to vaccinating for COVID, we should start by vaccinating extroverts. That makes sense to me. There are some people who get around to more people than other people do. Let's vaccinate them first. They're like vectors. They are vectors. I've noticed that the same people who go to Chamber of Commerce meetings are PTA members, friends of the library, they belong to other service organizations. My belief is that in every town there's a core of people who are just, it's in their DNA to be involved, and they move from group to group to group and are active in a lot of things. And I think we should vaccinate them first. The second idea I have, this is a hard one. It's very hard for me, but it's to listen to people who are on the other side of the political divide. And that means for me going on YouTube and listening to the other side's representatives talk. It's disturbing. It's almost, sickening at times. But I don't think we can understand what's happening to us if we don't listen to the other side, to the people who see things differently than we do. It's very difficult. But I think at some point we have to calm down and really hear everybody. The third thing is that I have read several articles that mouthwash kills COVID, and I've read one that says it doesn't, or they're not sure. I'm thinking, use it. There's no downside. So why not? If there's a decent chance that it helps, might as well do it. It's one of the few things we have control over. Another article that I've read says that rural Americans are dying at nearly 3.5% the rate of urban Americans. And urban is defined as being in a large metropolitan area. What I take from this is don't go to the country. That seems like a no-brainer to me. Unless you live there, don't go. Just stay out. It seems like one of the more obvious, easy to do precautions to take. My next thought is, and I know I'll get pushback on this, just get the vaccine. When it comes around, get it. I figure that by the time it comes to me, by the time it's worked its way through the layers of frontline medical workers, probably sanitation workers, healthcare, caretakers, and maybe military people. Probably several elderly people, probably several layers before it would ever get to me. By then I'll have had a chance to see what kind of side effects that they have. And it's hard to imagine side effects worse than the disease itself. So in my opinion, that's a clear, and the risk-benefit ratio, it clearly tips toward getting it. My last thought is that for people who are concerned about a peaceful transfer of power, and whichever party you belong to, you probably would like to see a peaceful transfer of power. There's an aspect to it that I have not heard anyone else bring up. baked into the inauguration process is something called the transfer of families. And this is the process of moving the first family, the original first family, out of the White House and the new first family in. And the way this works is in the 5 hours during the inauguration, there are 2 moving trucks parked in front of the White House. It's considered the 5 craziest days of the year in the White House. They take everything out of the residence into one truck. They have all the new first family stuff in the other truck. They completely exchange their stuff. They do patchwork on the walls. They adjust the thermometers to the temperature preferences of the new first family. They unpack every last item of their possessions. So when they come in after the inauguration, everything's in place. I mean, the toothbrushes are in the bathroom, you name it, it's completely done. Now, it's not redecorated, but it's as close as it can get to being done, short of redecorating. Everything's in place. If anybody who resists, like, I'm not going to leave, would be watching their stuff be taken out and put on a truck and driven away. This is a very long-standing part of the inauguration process, and I keep thinking about, like, the conversation, will Donald Trump leave or won't he? It'd be kind of tough to, stay but have all your stuff gone, go into the bathroom, somebody else's toothbrushes in there. That could be very awkward. I think that the forward motion of all the parts of the inauguration process have a momentum of their own and a life of their own and traditions of their own. And I think my own belief is that momentum will carry forward, that it's actually not that easy to obstruct. So we'll see, but that's my thought. Thank you for listening to me. Bye.